Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitz TV here, aka G133. I'm back here today with another video on the channel for you guys, and today we have full spoilers for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 80. It is DBS Manga Chapter Week here on the channel, so expect a lot of Dragon Ball Super content. It is Monday the 17th. The full chapter is supposed to be releasing on Thursday the 20th. So make sure you guys are here on Thursday where we do our full breakdown like we do every single month. Full reaction, full review, everything, where we go through the chapter panel by panel, page by page. But we have the full summary right here. I want to say thank you to DBS Chronicles for posting this to us like he does almost every month now. And also, V-Jump links are coming out, so we could be getting spoiler images in the next couple days. Like I said, the chapter is supposed to release on Thursday, but make sure you guys are on the lookout Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe even later today. You guys never know. We should be getting spoilers for the spoiler images for the chapter. And this is a pretty crazy chapter based off the summary. I know not everybody was hyped about chapter 79, right? You know, mainly it's not because of the action. The action was cool between Gas and Granolah, but some people don't like Granolah, even though I like Granolah. And there's a lot of people that think Gas is a boring character, and I'm kind of, I kind of agree with people on that, But this chapter, it seems to give more depth to Gas's character. So, and, after reading the spoiler summary, I'm actually pretty excited for this chapter. Pretty excited. So, without wasting time, let's get into it, right? This is the full summary. We don't have any panels yet, but those should come in the next couple of days. If not, we have the full chapter coming out on Thursday anyway. But anyway, Gas versus Granolah, chapter 80, right? So it picks up right where we left off, where Gas and Granolah, are going at it, right? If you guys saw my early draft pages video from late last week, you guys know that not too much really happens in the early draft pages. All that we really know is that near the end, Vegeta says that Granolah is taking too long to finish Gas off, and Gas is slowly getting used to Granolah's attacks. That was the cliffhanger from the early draft pages. So let's just pick up from there. So we see that Gas is able to hit Granolah with a hook to the chin, right? So we see Gas, he's finally taking advantage of, some attacks on Granolah. And I've been saying this every single chapter since Gas made his wish, right? We don't know the gap really between Gas and Goku and Vegeta and Granolah. We know that Gas is stronger because he made the wish, but it seems like the gap between Gas and the others isn't as significant as we thought, because Gas would have spanked Granolah and this fight would have already been over if that was the case. Another thing is, we still don't know what the condition is that made Gas into the strongest in the universe. We still have not had that condition revealed to us. So getting back to it, we see as Gas is landing some attacks, Granolah has a copy that appears from the side and he kicks Gas, right? So remember, we know Granolah can use copies because that's how he was actually able to defeat Goku back in what was chapter 73, right? Which feels like forever ago. That was 7 chapters ago, right? Over half a year ago, we had Goku and Granolah going at it. But yeah, Granolah brings back his copies, right? And he appears from the side, he's able to kick Gas. Then another one of Granolah's copies appears behind Gas and kicks him to the sky. Then 8 more Granolah copies appear in the sky surrounding Gas, and they start shooting key projectiles to Gas with his fingers. So we're seeing Gas, he's getting attacked. It's almost kind of like Cell, almost like what Cell did against Goku, where Cell used the multiform, right? Granolah. So now we're seeing 8 different copies of Granolah. It doesn't seem like, I guess you could kind of say it's like after image in a way, but Granolah is using 8 copies of himself and they're surrounding Gas in the air. So there's a lot of cool choreography to this fight, right? Gas is able to resist the attack and he goes for Granolah's copy, hitting them all, and then he goes back to the ground. Gas says that using a technique like that is stupid because creating so many copies splits the power too much, right? Which is kind of true, right? Remember, when Granolah made his copy against Goku, he used a significant amount of his power. That's why Goku was having so much trouble. And then, once Granolah revealed to Goku that the copy was fake, Granolah's real body appeared, right? He got his power back, and then he was able to take Goku out. When Granolah uses that technique, he's taking part of his actual energy to make those copies. It's not like those copies have the same amount of power as the original Granolah. So Gas is able to snuff that out and take out the copies pretty easily. Granolah makes more copies, and he tries to attack Gas, who asks Granolah if this is a desperate attack. Gas creates key spears, so Gas brings back his signature move, right, using the key attacks, right, the key weapons. So he brings back the key spears with his fingers that pierce Granolah's copies in the abdomen, so in the ab section, and Granolah's copies are trapped. Suddenly, the original Granolah appears right in front of Gas with his fingers charged with ki. He was waiting for the moment when Gas could not defend himself to attack him. So Granolah's plan was to use the copies to eventually surround Gas to the point where Gas would leave his guard down, and then Granolah could take advantage. So then Granolah cancels his copy technique to recover 100% of his strength and attacks Gas with a powerful ki projectile, right? So right at that moment, Granolah cancels his copy technique so that all of the strength that he used to make the copies would go back to his original body, and he could fire off a powerful ki attack. That's, like I just said, that's very similar to what he did to Goku in Chapter 73. When he revealed to Goku that he was a copy, right? Goku was in shock and, let his guard down. Granolah takes that power back, right, from his copy, and then he used his strength to defeat Goku. So Gas goes through several rocks and is thrown a great distance. So that line kind of reminds me of what Super Saiyan God Vegeta did to Broly in the DBS Broly movie, right? So then Gas falls unconscious into a lake or river. I tell you, it reminds me of Vegeta versus Broly. But he falls unconscious into a lake/river, and then Oil and Mackie fly to his rescue. So for now, it basically looks like Granolah has won, right? Granolah, despite the odds, it looks like he has defeated Gas, because Gas is unconscious, right? As Oil and Mackie go try to save Gas. Granolah falls to his knees, and he's exhausted and he's bleeding, because this has been a very, violent battle with him and Gas. Goku wonders what's wrong. Vegeta says that the damage Gas has done to his copies also affects Granolah's original body. So Granolah was taking damage. And I'm trying to remember, when Goku fought Granolah, Goku did do a lot of damage to Granolah. He did a lot of damage to Granolah, right? He basically almost had Granolah on the ropes, but that's when Goku found out he was fighting a copy. So, and then Granolah overwhelmed Goku. So I'm thinking Granolah, since Granolah is so powerful, right? Granolah didn't use, all of his energy when he made that copy to fight Goku. He didn't. So I'm thinking that's why Granolah was still so powerful when he fought Vegeta in the next chapter. So I'm thinking even though Master Ultra Instinct Goku overwhelmed Granolah's copy, right? Granolah was not using a lot of energy into that copy. He wasn't using anywhere close to his full power, So that's why even though Goku did a lot of damage to Granolah when he was fighting his copy, right? When Granolah took his energy back from the copy, it wasn't nowhere near his full power. So he still had a lot of energy and stamina left after he defeated Goku, and he was able to use that in his fight against Vegeta, which kind of is a testament to how strong Granolah is, right? Because remember, Granolah's copy was stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Goku had to go full power, Master Ultra Instinct, to take out Granolah's copy. So that's just what's on my mind, and as we continue here. Anyway, where I lost my place. Anyway, here we go. Monito runs to Granolah to help him, but Granolah tells him to leave because the fight is not over yet. So we see Oil Mackie, they save Gas, but Granolah's attack has done a lot of damage to him. So then Elec finally appears on the battlefield. We know that Elec, he was the one that made the wish to make Gas into the strongest in the universe. And Elec did say last chapter that there was more business he had to tend to, but they didn't reveal to us what that business was, right? We didn't know it was going to make another wish. We didn't know if it had something to do with Frieza or OG-73, right? So we have no idea really what Elec's been doing. But anyway, Elec is now on the battlefield, and he asks Gas what's wrong, since it doesn't look like him. Granolah is surprised to see Alec. Mackie asks Alec if he formulated the wish correctly since Gas can't handle Granolah. Alec tells her the wish was made correctly and that Gas is the strongest in the universe without a doubt. Alec says the problem is, and when I first read this, I thought, all right, this is when they're finally going to reveal what the condition is that make Gas the strongest in the universe. But they don't. They didn't say. It's something else. So Alec says the problem is, and Alec takes off Gas's pendant from his forehead. Oil and Mackie are in shock. So this is something they have been hiding from us this entire arc. So Alec says it's useless for you to be the strongest in the universe if your power is sealed. Now you can bear it. Release your instinct Gas. And I just want to make this clear. This has nothing to do with Ultra Instinct, right? It's just a line. You release your instinct Gas. Be your natural self. So Oil wonders if it's the right choice. Mackie says Gas failed 40 years ago because of this, and he won't be able to control himself. This is when I started to get excited because it was like 40 years ago. We're finally going to go back to the battle with Bardock, which, has been ignored since, chapter 77. So Gas starts to lose control. Alec tells him to resist since now he's not the same as before. Gas's energy is out of control. Then Gas flies away. So we see Gas start, going out of control. So it's revealed to us that basically that pendant, right? That pendant that looks like a roll, whatever you want to call it, that pendant is actually there to steal Gas's power. And we see that every single member of the Hideous clan also has something similar to that, right? They all have something similar. But the thing about it is, if you notice, Gas's pendant is on his forehead. The other members of the Hideous clan, they have it around like their necks, like a necklace, right? So Gas is there to actually seal his power to keep him in check, because if it doesn't, Gas can go crazy, which is very, very interesting. Because I would have never thought that, right? It just looked like that was there for appearance, but it was actually there to keep Gas's energy in check. So we see Gas starts to lose control. Alec tells him to resist, says he's not the same as before, right? Gas's energy is out of control and he flies away. As he flies, Gas's body changes. His muscular structure increases a lot, like Super Saiyan Stage 3. So basically, similar to, Super Vegeta or, Super Trunks, right? And of course, Goku did the same thing in the hyperbolic time chamber. So, like I said, I wish we had panels, but we don't have panels yet. But once we get those panels, I'll make another video. But basically, Gas starts losing control, right? Basically, and we thought Gas was ripped before. He becomes even more ripped now. And he breaks out of his clothes. So those long sleeve clothes he was wearing, he breaks out of it. The only thing that resists is the only thing that's still there is part of his pants. So in addition, 2 big horns grow downward from the sides of his forehead. They look like walrus trucks, but on his forehead. So if you guys know, like a walrus, they usually have their tusks down here and they go down. So I guess instead they're right here coming from his forehead. So Monito is shocked when he sees Gas because he says that it's the same form Gas adapted 40 years ago when he faced Bardock, right? So very, very interesting stuff. I love how this is tying to the past, man. Because not everybody's a fan of the Bardock stuff. I love it. I love the Bardock stuff here. So Monito says Gas abandoned his own ego to change. Granolah is in shock too. He can't believe that Gas kept an ace up his sleeve like this. So Gas attacks Granolah, who dodges the attack at the limit, right? So remember, Gas is out of control, but he's attacking Granolah. However, Gas manages to grab Granolah's leg and hits him with an electric shock. Gas slams Granolah to the ground and throws him into the woods. So, like I said, we don't have panels yet of how Gas looks, but it seems like he goes into like Broly mode in a way, right? He Gas is already, tall as hell. He's already like the height of Broly. Now that he's losing control and he's, his muscles are all out of whack and all that, right? It seems like he goes full Broly Hulk mode, but I can't wait to have the panel so we can actually see it for ourselves. So Gas slams Granolah into the ground and throws him into the woods. Granolah gets up, but it looks like his eye is injured. So we don't know if it's his normal eye or if it's the the other one, you know, the one that he has oatmeal help him with, right? Anyway, uh Gas grabs Granola's head and slams him into the ground again, but this time Gas pushes him inside the ground. So he takes him underneath the ground, right? Kind of similar to like what happened between Broly and Goku during the DBS Broly movie, right? When they went down into the depths of the earth and they were in that lava part when they had the whole CGI sequence during the movie. It seems like we get something like that here with Gas and Granolah. So Goku and Vegeta are astonished and are shocked at what's going on. Gas gets out from inside the ground in the back, so I'm guessing behind Goku and Vegeta, and he's still holding Granola's head. So Granolah is now being owned, right? So much for Granolah having a chance here. Granolah is being absolutely destroyed. So Gas throws Granolah to the ground. Granolah can barely move. So then Gas lands at Granola's feet and starts punching him in the face with violence. This is like this is Broly vibes. So he's just probably just going absolute like Hulk on Loki, you know, Broly on Goku in the Broly movie in this sequence. So it's safe to say that Granola's pretty much been defeated at this point, right? Goku says that they must do something or Gas is going to kill Granolah. Vegeta asks Monito what Bardock did to stop Gas in the past. Monito says, "I'm sorry, I lost consciousness and I didn't see what he did." Thanks for Monito for being useful, right? The second they actually need you, you fell unconscious during that battle. So Mackie and Oil arrive where Gas is. Mackie tells Gas not to destroy everything and he must stay conscious. Because remember, even though Gas is defeating Granolah right now, he's lost control, right? His energy is out of control. So Gas stops for a moment, but then releases Granolah and hits his brothers, right? So Gas actually hits Oil. I believe, isn't Mackie a female? So I don't know if this is a mistranslation. I thought Mackie's a female. But anyway. Gas, whacks Oil and Mackie. So then he starts banging his head against a rock. So he's completely losing control of himself. Alec then arrives. Oil and Mackie tell him that it's useless. Gas has gone insane. Alec tells him not to worry since the strongest warrior in the universe also has the power to control himself. Right? Remember, Alec's the leader of all of them here. Gas flies out again. Now he's attacking Goku and Vegeta. Gas kicks Vegeta and slams him into some rocks, right? And then he starts punching him. Vegeta, man, it's been a couple chapters since he took a beating, right? Because Vegeta never faced Gas. Vegeta, remember, he had to go get the Sensu Bean and heal Granolah. So this is actually the first time that Vegeta and Gas have actually faced off. But then, Vegeta starts getting whacked. Goku tries to defend Vegeta, but Gas stops his punch. When Gas looks at Goku, he remembers something. A little flashback starts, and this got me hyped. A little flashback starts with the last moment of Gas's battle against Bardock. Bardock looks at Gas, and just like Goku looks at him in the present, we see that Bardock is injured and his armor is badly damaged. This is something I've been hyped for months now. I told you guys, at some point during this battle, right? At some point during this battle, we were going to get flashbacks, and then Gas was going to see Bardock in Goku, right? And he was going to have flashbacks of his fight with Bardock. And now we're finally getting that. So I am hyped that we're getting to see more Bardock, and I'm hyped that my prediction actually came true. Very hyped to see more Bardock here. So Bardock accumulated a large ki on his right hand in the form of a spear, like the attack he uses against Frieza in the anime special, right? So, Bardock's last stand against Frieza, we all know the famous ki blast he does. So I'm willing to bet this is Toritaro, giving you a nice little Easter egg to the Bardock special, right? So Bardock attacks Gas, who was using his same form out of control. So remember, Gas used the same form when he was fighting against Bardock. And because he went crazy and, went out of control, right? That gave Bardock the advantage he needed to take control of that fight. Even though Gas was stronger than Bardock back then, because Gas's energy went out of control, it gave Bardock an opening. The same thing now that happened 40 years ago is happening now in the present with Goku, Granolah, and Vegeta facing off against Gas, right? So Bardock attacked Gas and with a huge ki blast. This part is a tribute to Goku's final attack to Frieza This part is a tribute to Goku's final attack on Frieza on Namek before the planet exploded. I cannot wait to see this part of the chapter. I cannot wait. That's gonna be hype. I can't wait to see those panels, man. Even though this is not the end of the battle, still that gets me excited. But back to the present, although Gas was stopping Goku's punch, his memories made him lose his stability, and Goku's punch affect him. So because Gas is so out of control, right, Goku's actually able to land a punch and stop him. So now we see that as we get to the end of the chapter, Gas is sweating a lot. He seems confused or scared after remembering Bardock. Alec appears flying on top of Gas. Alec says, Gas, remember, you will never lose again, right? And remember, Gas said that earlier in the arc. And Gas reacts to the words of his brother. Gas's body changes again and he regained consciousness. So it seems like Gas goes back to his normal adult form. So it seems like Gas is now got his energy under control. Although he keeps the horns on his forehead, in addition, he creates a new suit just like the old one. Alex says, good, Gas. That's why you're the best little brother in the universe. Now, kill him. Gas looks at his brother and nods his head, and that's the end of the chapter. Very, very crazy stuff here. So Gas has basically this, I guess you could say, similar to Broly's Akari form, right? He hulks out, but it seems like, at the end here, the words of Alec, right? The words of his brother are actually able to get the Gas, and Gas is able to control that power. Because remember, it says that he still has the horns on his forehead. So I guess that's supposed to be symbolizing that Alec, or Gas, it's supposed to be symbolizing that Gas now has that power under control. That's scary. That is scary. If Gas has that power under control now, it's going to be over for our heroes. I don't know what happens now, because we've seen no sign of Ultra Ego or Ultra Instinct making an appearance, and Monito can't really heal them anymore. So I don't know. So it's looking like a very, very desperate situation for our heroes. But this chapter seems very, very fun, and I cannot wait to read the full chapter here in a couple of days. But yeah, that's about it. That's about all I got for you guys today, man. Like I said, I will be back probably with another spoiler video, because I really want to talk about the panels once we do get them. They're not out at this moment, but if they come out later today or tomorrow or Wednesday, right, before the chapter releases, I will make another video. I will make a video and let you guys know how that all goes. But still, this chapter actually seems very, very exciting. I'm very excited to see Gas go berserk. I kind of excited to see Granolah get his ass kicked, because that should be a little bit fun. I'm very, very excited to see the parallels with Bardock in the past. That's what I'm more hyped about. Everything here in the last, fourth of the chapter with Bardock and Goku, I am very, very excited about that, and I'm one of those people that wants to see Bardock get resurrected. I know I might be in the minority there, but I want to see it happen. So we'll just have to wait and see what does happen once we get the full chapter here in a couple days. But yeah, that's it for the summary. I want to say thank you to DBS Chronicles, as always, for hooking us up. But other than that, guys, that's about all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new to this channel. Hit the bell next to my name, Fitz.TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, make sure you guys have notifications enabled, because it's going to be a crazy week here on the channel with everything going on. But thank you guys for everything. I'll see you guys later. Peace.